It's 2026. Look around. We finally got what we wanted. The blended reality is here. We have notifications floating in our peripheral vision, AI assistants whispering in our ears, and a digital layer over every physical sunset. But be honest, when was the last time you felt actually present? Not digitally present, not connected. I mean, here. We're suffering from a new kind of sickness. They call it digital brainrot, but I think it's deeper. It's a fragmentation of the soul. We're everywhere at once, which means we're actually nowhere. Last month, I reached my breaking point. I realized my barakah, that divine growth and blessing in my time, had evaporated. So, I did something radical. I didn't just delete an app. I deleted my digital life. I went into a 40-day Khalwa, a spiritual seclusion, to see if I could find the person I was before the algorithms took over. Today, I'm showing you what happened and why you need to start your own Barakah morning before you lose yourself for good. The lie of constant connection. We were told that technology would give us more time, but instead it ate our time and then asked for dessert. In 2026, the line between the physical and the digital has blurred so much that boredom has become extinct. But here's the secret. Barakah lives in the gaps.
If you fill every microsecond of your life, waiting for the elevator, standing in line, sitting on the prayer mat, with a screen, you are effectively closing the doors to revelation and reflection.
Dopamine debt. We are borrowing happiness from tomorrow to feel stimulated today. The comparison trap. Even in AR, we are comparing our unpolished reality to someone else's filtered projection. Spiritual static. You can't hear the whisper of your own conscience over the roar of a TikTok feed. I realized I was connected to 5,000 strangers, but disconnected from the one who created me. I was a user, not a servant. The Khalwa Experiment, the 40-day journey. I decided to modernize an ancient tradition, Khalwa. Historically, scholars and seekers would retreat for 40 days to purify the heart. Day 1 to 10, the withdrawal. It was painful. My hand literally twitched to check my wrist for notifications that weren't there. I felt a profound sense of FOMO. I felt lonely. This is the digital detox phase, and it's where most people quit. Day 11 to 25, the silence. Something strange happened. The noise in my head started to settle. I started noticing the way light hits the wall at 4 p.m. I started hearing the birds during my morning walk. My prayers, salah, changed. I wasn't rushing through them to get back to a screen. I was staying there. This is what we call intentional presence. Day 26 to 40, the clarity. I started having ideas again. Real ideas. Not recycled memes, but deep thoughts about my life, my purpose, and my relationships. I realized that my digital life was a parasite. It wasn't helping me achieve my goals. It was the obstacle to my goals.
The counter-movement, unpolished authenticity. There is a movement happening right now. As AI makes everything perfect and curated, the world is starving for unpolished authenticity. People are tired of the blended reality. We want things that are real. We want the tremor in a voice, the grain in a photo, the silence in a conversation. In the Barakah mindset, We believe that your value isn't your reach or your engagement. Your value is your taqwa, God consciousness, and your presence. When you are intentionally present with your spouse, your children, or your creator, you are performing an act of resistance against a world that wants to commodify your attention. The Barakah Morning Blueprint. You might not be able to disappear for 40 days. I get it. We have jobs, families, and responsibilities. But you can reclaim your mornings. I'm challenging you to the Barakah Morning. For the first hour of your day, you are 100% offline. No AR, no phone, no blended reality.
The protocol. The anchor. Fajr. Your day doesn't start with a notification. It starts with a prostration. Wake up for Fajr. This is the source of all barakah. The shield. Quran. Before you read the opinions of the world, news, social media, read the word of the Creator. Even just one page. Let it set the frequency for your day. The silence. Dhikr and reflection. Sit for 10 minutes. No audiobooks, no podcasts. Just you, your breath, and the remembrance of Allah. The intentional output. Write down one thing you want to achieve today that actually matters for your soul. Not your career, your soul. If you do this, you will notice a time dilation. That 1 hour of presence will make the next 12 hours feel more focused, more peaceful, and more productive. That is the definition of barakah. We are the first generation in human history to have our attention auctioned off to the highest bidder every single second. We are being distracted away from our own lives. Don't let your life be a series of swipes and clicks. Don't wake up 10 years from now wondering where your youth went, only to find it buried in a cloud server. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your barakah. I want you to comment below with one word: present. If you are joining the Barakah Morning Challenge, let us know. Let's start a movement of people who choose the unpolished truth over the blended lie.
The world is beautiful. Don't forget to look at it without a lens. I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.